Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the National Guard products A635. This is a piece of mill finish aluminum mortised astragal with a nylon brush insert. So the nylon brush is retained in this piece of steel, which is slid into the aluminum holder. The aluminum holder is what's inserted into the door itself. You'll obviously perform a mortise in the edge of certainly a wood door. And these are really common pieces of weather stripping. You know where I see these all the time are in hospitals, where you have rescue hardware installed on the bathroom door. Rescue hardware is basically center hung pivots along with a specialty rescue type strike and a lock set so that the door will normally swing in, let's say, to the bathroom. Well, with rescue hardware, you can flip a roller down and then pull the door out. Well, in order to accommodate a double-acting door, in essence, you need to really radius those door styles, and therefore there's no stop installed on the frame. So the way that they prevent being able to see inside of that gap between the edge of the door and frame, because there is no stop, is to mortise something like this into it. Okay. And if that's one application. In essence, this is a mortised style piece of weather stripping that would be suitable for lots of applications, not only that unusual hospital sort of application, but a pair of doors, that you could install on the front of a church, and you want the weather stripping to be concealed or in the edge. Not uncommon, because you're probably going to have surface vertical rod exit devices installed on that. So there's nothing to prevent sort of any, or to create a conflict. Let's go over the dimensional properties. From the drawing down below this video, we're at 15/16 overall, and then you've got 1/2 of an inch of the aluminum holder itself. Okay, let's put the caliper on this. They say that the mortise dimension should be 7/32 of an inch wide. That means we're just shy and 1/4 inch. When I put the caliper on this, it's 0.227. 0.227. So I think that 7/32 is going to be spot on. 0.227. Then the mortise depth of 1/2 of an inch. The aluminum holder itself, as we had said earlier, is 1/2 inch, but it's actually 0.462. 0.462. So 1/2 of an inch would get you to a really nice sort of application. Obviously, you could bury this down a little bit deeper if you needed to. There's no shoulder on the end of the profile itself. Or maybe have it stick out ever so slightly, I suppose. But that would all be atypical, and you're really just trying to account for an unusual fit, maybe in the overall height of the door, is why you might do that. There is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure, where you can review the A635 against their other mortised style items as well. The A635 and its sister products give you no ability to adjust or to tailor the projection, whereas the 143 PA does. And that's in the upper left-hand corner. And basically, imagine if you had a screw that would run through the item itself. And what you're able to do with that spring version, even though it's significantly more expensive, is that over the age of the installation, you can tailor the projection of the item in the mortise. So certainly you've walked up to, back to the church example, you've walked up to a pair of church doors, and the gap between the two doors at the top is super tight, and those doors are probably touching. Down at the bottom, they're very wide. Well, you need to mitigate that problem to pull them back up straight as much as you can, but ultimately, you're going to want to have the ability to tailor the projection of the weather stripping as well. This does not allow that at all. And quite frankly, in the hospital example earlier, I don't think you need to have the ability to tailor the weather stripping in and out, because it's hung on pivots, and pivots don't move. The weight of the door is not pulling on the jamb to pull the door down this way. It's all resting on Mother Earth. But in most applications, I would personally want the ability to tailor that via the screw. So the mortise is done, the holes are pre-drilled, the screw goes through the unit itself, the spring comes behind it, and you put the entire assembly into the mortise. Is exactly actually how that works. Now, being a piece of mortised material that you literally will never see any part of it, it's available only in the aluminum mill finish. And while it's true you can, if you were, I suppose, intending to, see a bit of that mill finish or mill aluminum color, you're really not going to see any of it. It's available on the site in lots of different lengths, common lengths, 2 foot to 8 foot, 6, 4, or 2 inch increments generally. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and simply indicate in the comment field what net length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. The reasoning is it will save you from having to cut the aluminum, but it'll save you from having to snip that steel as well. That's actually steel, so you don't want to run that through your 125 tooth 12-inch miter box saw blade, because that's steel that's in there, so you'll want to snip that individually, is how that would work. And you might even want to, after you get it installed, maybe crimp the end down just a little bit so that there's no creep of the bristle and its retainer through the holder over time. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the National Guard products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I'm partial to the National Guard, and it's because they're excellent folks, backed by excellent products with industry-leading ship times, predictable and reliable. Fair, quality, value, all those factors are a confluence of why you want to use National Guard when it comes to weather stripping. Any questions on the A635 mill finish and aluminum retainer with a bristle insert or any other National Guard product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.